A lot of focus in recent months on road safety. To that end, police and other groups are holding a community awareness day called Drive and Survive. Let's go live now to CP24's Andrew Brennan for more on today's event. Andrew, how are they trying to share this message and make sure people learn anything about it?
Well, Phil, they're doing it in a few different ways, and I think the best way to sort of boil this down is the understanding that there's a lot of people out there that do like to have cars go fast. And there's also a lot of people that may not necessarily have the skills to be able to ensure that those fast cars don't hurt or potentially kill people. And what can be done to get those that do have a need for speed to be off the streets speeding and stunt driving, and getting them, say, onto a track where they're able to do that at their leisure and with people that actually know what they're doing and can teach them how to drive like the people in those Fast and Furious movies. This is there's a lot of cultural aspects to this too, but Randy Spar is a professional driving instructor who has 25 years of experience teaching people. And Randy, we've been talking a little bit about how to get those young people particularly, because a lot of the fatalities on Toronto roads this year have been 35 and under. So how do you get them off the road and not have mangled messes like this Wrangler behind us happening as much?
Well, we have a bunch of organizations that allow them to bring their car, or if they don't even have a race-worthy car, they even rent vehicles at the track. Unfortunately, if you just go to a track, they're going to tell you to pound salt because the tracks they're booked up a year in advance. So you have to be part of an organization that has rented the track for that. Now, some are lapping days, others are schools, and they have coaches like myself that ride in the passenger seat, and we give instruction on every lap on how to approach corners and all the technical stuff about that.
And finding the line, as it were.
Finding the line, yes. And if you're into straight line racing, some of these tracks like Cayuga, Toronto TMP Cayuga, they have a drag strip as well. So if you wanted to, do the straight line thing, you can actually do both at the same time on some of these venues. And
just looking at, you and I were talking just before we came to air. You don't think that that there's people are always going to want to go fast? At least some people will always like fast cars. And you said that before. Do you think that there's a way to ensure that they can be safe while doing so?
Yeah, they would have to bring the car to the track so we can really show them the potential of the car. There's been numerous times where I'm in the passenger seat and we're going into a corner too fast, and I'm like, hit the brakes, and they're on the brakes and they're used to pressing 30% and used to feeling 0.6 Gs, but the car can do way more than that, and they don't realize that. I'm like, press the brakes as hard as you can, and all of a sudden a eureka moment. They're like, oh my God, the car can stop. So, and I get these eureka moments on a regular basis, and it's amazing. I love it. Maybe I saved them from an accident down the road, right? But there's no way you're going to find out unless you actually go and really push safely the limits of the car, which is at a race venue, a racetrack.
Randy, we're going to have to leave it there. There's more to the thank you again for your time. There's more to the conversation that we have had, and also what police have said about trying to get people to be safe on the streets, Phil. We'll talk more about that later on in the morning. For now, sending it back to you.
That's right. Andrew Brennan, great message. Yeah, you learn to drive fast, do it on a track, not on the roads with everybody else. Thanks so much. We'll chat soon.